Have you heard? It's truck news.
I don't watch the news because I'm a kid.
The Truck Show. We're gonna show you what we know. We're gonna answer what the truck. 'Cause truck rhymes with the Truck Show. We have the lifted, we have the lowered, and everything in between. We'll talk about trucks that run on diesel, electricity, and on gasoline. The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show. Oh, oh.
It's the Truck Show with your host, Holman.
The Truck Show podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors. AMSOIL launched the industry's first synthetic motor oil back in 1972, and AMSOIL continues to innovate with a wide selection of synthetics that are formulated, blended, and packaged right here in the United States. These specialized lubricants are engineered for what you drive and how you drive. AMSOIL's Shop by Vehicle tool offers package size recommendations to maximize savings and includes AMSOIL's Ultimate Oil Change Kits. AMSOIL offers the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Get yours today at AMSOIL.com. The perfect complement to your truck is a Kershaw knife. All Kershaw knives come with a limited lifetime warranty and repair parts are readily available through the website. Kershaw knives include lifetime sharpening, and the lineup has everything from EDC knives that can be used and abused for under $50 all the way up to high-end collectibles. Thanks to our generous partnership with Kershaw Knives, Truck Show podcast listeners can get 40% off MSRP and free shipping over $50 by using the code 2TSP2025. It can be used more than once and even includes automatics. Visit kershaw.kaiusa.com today. When it comes to amazing vehicle-based adventure content, how-tos, and great storytelling, only one brand is doing it right in the print magazine space, and that's OVR, Outdoor Vehicle Recreation. OVR is about getting out there in our vehicles to explore and discover the world around us. Get complimentary access for a year to the digital library or a discount on your print subscription today at OVRmag.com. Use the promotional code @TruckShowPodcast. The Truck Show podcast survives off of sponsorships and your reviews. Please help me to keep it free by supporting our sponsors and leaving reviews and comments on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Have you heard?
No.
Oh, well then let me tell you. So you guys remember I was in Saudi Arabia at the beginning of the year, and I was covering the Dakar race with Ford and got to be embedded with the Ford team and their Raptor T1 Plus racing truck. And there's some changes coming to the truck for the new racing season. And these changes are all based on lessons learned from the race truck's first season. There's a few interesting things. They've made the race truck a little bit shorter. It's now 4,394 millimeters bumper to bumper. It's got revised bodywork that has fewer strakes and allows it to be a little bit more aerodynamic. And then the original butterfly doors, those are now gull-wing units, and they've got larger windows to improve outward visibility, while the mirrors have been replaced with rear-view cameras, so there's no more traditional mirrors poking out from the side. Then there's some new daytime running lights and a brand new windscreen made from polycarbonate. The chassis also sees some updates, including some suspension updates with a lighter Fox shock system that's got some updated internals that enable faster damping with some new method wheels and BF Goodrich KDR Evo tires. And of course, Ford's making these tweaks because third place isn't good enough, and they're aiming for the top spot on the podium this year. The first race will be Rally du Murac, and that'll be the debut of the updated race truck. And according to Mark Rushbrook, Global Director for Ford Racing, he says, Dakar is the ultimate test of endurance for machines and teams, and also the ultimate proving ground for the kinds of technologies that we bring to our customers in the future. We left Dakar 2025 proud of a podium, but unsatisfied because at Ford, we never rest. This updated Raptor represents everything we learned, everything we improved, and everything we're willing to push further as we set our sights on Dakar 2026. And hopefully it still sounds the same. All right, some news out of Jeep and Stellantis. The Jeep Gladiator 4xe plug-in hybrid is officially dead, with a Stellantis spokesperson saying, quote-unquote, as customers' propulsion preferences for battery electric trucks continues to evolve, Stellantis is reassessing its product strategy and will no longer include an electrified Gladiator variant in the Jeep lineup. So I think that's to be expected, considering that Ram just killed the battery electric version of the Ram, and other midsize trucks like the Ranger that have plug-in hybrids overseas aren't bringing them here to the U.S., although it's a little bit interesting knowing that the 4xe Wrangler itself has been very, very popular for Jeep, so I'm sure people are looking for an alternative powertrain option in the Gladiator, but it sounds like they're going to get it in the form of a V8 in about a year and a half or so. If you're interested in a Ford F-150 and you've got bad credit, Ford wants to talk to you. According to The Drive, Ford is chasing buyers with the weakest credit scores with low interest rates. So now might be the time for you to help Ford clear out some inventory. They're going to take a chance on you. So follow up with your local Ford dealership and see if there's F-150 in your future. In other Jeep news, Jeep is bringing back the color Rain. If you remember that, it was the purple color on the Wrangler. And Rain is returning to both the Wrangler JL and the Gladiator JT lineup. And Rain is one of Jeep's high-impact colors, so they don't tend to stick around very long. Order banks and availability to order is open now, but it probably won't last long. So if you want a purple Jeep, now's your chance. Otherwise, you're going to miss the boat. If you're following along with Roadkill Nights last month in the Woodward Dream Cruise, you've probably been familiar with the D150, an 87 Dodge Ram that was put together by Morgan Evans and Jason Kastner, who run the Torque and Tungsten YouTube channel. And they did a 3-liter Hurricane swap in it. And it makes 802 horsepower and 740 pound-feet of torque. And our buddy Caleb Jacobs over at The Drive has a nice article that digs into it a little bit. So if you want to find out more about a Hurricane swap and a D150, go to The Drive to read Caleb's article, or you can go to the Torque and Tungsten on YouTube, or Morgan Evans' Instagram, which is at Mergen Evans. But people are calling this the modern 2JZ for Mopar fans, and we've kind of said it before. This engine has a lot of potential, and they're working on tweaking it and getting some more out of it. But right now, this thing's running 9.39 at 140 in the quarter, so really freaking cool. So follow up on that if you want to know more about the Hurricane in a race application. I think it's cool. So here's an exciting one. If you own a Gen 3 Raptor from our friends over at Cobb Tuning, they have announced expanded access port support for the 2023 Ford F-150 Raptor and updated support for the 21 to 22 Gen 3 Raptors, now featuring an OBD-based ECU unlock and performance gains of up to 55 horsepower and 65 pound-feet of torque with a Stage 1 map. What's cool about this is you no longer have to ship your ECU to Cobb for unlocking, and you can do it straight from their tool on your truck. With the new OBD unlock, drivers can access Cobb performance maps through the OBD port in just minutes and no downtime due to shipping delays. With the Stage 1 off-the-shelf map, you'll see noticeable improvements across the power band, gains of up to 55 horsepower, 65 pound-feet of torque on pump gas, and the map options also include 91 and 93 octane calibrations, towing-specific maps, economy, valet modes, and it gives you Raptor drivers out there flexibility to optimize your truck for any situation. Cobb says, quote-unquote, "Our goal has always been to make tuning more accessible, efficient, and rewarding for enthusiasts." This update not only expands support to the newest 2023 Raptor, but also removes one of the biggest pain points for existing Gen 3 owners. It's a huge step forward for convenience and a leap in performance for the 2023 Raptor. The Cobb access port's available as a standalone upgrade or as part of a Cobb stage package, which integrates intake and intercooler updates for even more performance. Transmission tuning is included for all Gen 3 Raptors, making improvements in seat feel and power delivery. But beyond the power, the access port remains the most versatile and widely adopted tuning solution for late model Ford trucks. Also offers data monitoring, troubleshooting, and expandability for future mods. And in addition to the Cobb off-the-shelf tunes, it has room for up to 100 custom cals on there as well, and a customizable multi-gauge display for optional real-time data monitoring. So pretty cool to get simple data logging and dynamic pedal control, valet mode, tire size adjustment, all that stuff off their device. If you want to know more, head over to cobbtuning.com. Next up, we got a patent.
Truck tech going full throttle. Take a look, it's a future model. New tech first, spotted here. R&D says the future's near. Protect that idea, it is good as gold. Bury the competition, more trucks sold. Do it for lightning, let's give a cheer. Give a cheer! Whoa!
All right, so Ford is patenting some sort of new, I guess, like a floor for your bed. We've seen some of these in the aftermarket, but Ford has like a novel idea. Think of it as a sort of a bed mat that has a bunch of slots and holes in it for tying down cargo. And it's designed with an attachment or a structure that secures to a base plate, and then that means you could take it in and out. So it's kind of an interesting patent, but it feels like one of those things that was really inspired by things companies are doing in the aftermarket, which is cool. And it seems like it is maybe height adjustable as well. So there's a bunch of different filings, and they surround an adjustable base plate system, base plate with power outlets, and base plates that have a swivel lock. And there's a bunch of different things in there. So the patent serial number is 0282304, was filed on March 8th of 2024 and published on September 11th, 2025. If you're into chasing down patents, this is kind of an interesting one. I feel like the tailgate wars are kind of coming to a close right now. Everybody's sort of staked out their claim, and I feel like there's a lot left to do with the bed floor. So this might be the next place pickup trucks go, is the bed floor wars. All right, before I go and head out to Michigan to pick up the new 392, I've got a couple of recalls for you.
Check engine light just went on. Noise under the hood takes like a bomb. Recall covers metal, glass, leather, and plastic. Door handle pulled off in my hand. Just fantastic.
Oh boy, we got another one here from our friends over at Ford. This one is Ford Recall 25S94, or NHTSA Recall 25V-626. It affects about 115,539 trucks, so I guess that's not about, that's exact. These are all F250, 350, and 450 Super Duty pickup trucks. So the issue is that the upper steering shaft for the steering column can detach from the rest of the column in some circumstances, and that would obviously cause a loss of steering control and, make a crash likely. Ford said that trucks built within the 2020 model year and early 2021 have a single primary staking that prevents the two parts of the steering column shaft from detaching. For that, they modified it with a new part that had a second staking that prevented the issue. Ford says it's aware of 3 vehicle owner questionnaires, 7 warranty claims, 3 field reports, and 4 customer call hotline reports related to this. And dealers are currently aware of the issue through an internal notice, and notices will go out to customers who are affected between October 6th and October 10th. Ford should have a remedy in place by the end of the year, and then you'll be able to take your truck to your local Ford dealer for a free repair. So if you've got a Ford Super Duty built at Ford's Kentucky truck plant between February 19th, 2019 and September 30th, 2020, you're definitely going to want to take it into the dealer and get that fixed. And Ford's not alone in this week's recall news. Jeep is joining the party with a Grand Cherokee 4xe stop sale, which is issued over a safety recall. It's a software glitch that, can brick your SUV. So Stellantis has a stop sale order issued for its Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe built between 22 and 26. Federal regulators found a potentially dangerous software problem. And so the issue is a connection or communication error between the battery pack control module and the hybrid control processor. So Stellantis says that during certain resets, the HCP may misread signals from the BPCM, and that could be complete loss of propulsion while driving, which obviously can cause a crash. So they say there's no accidents or injuries that have been reported, but it's a big recall. Roughly 91,700 vehicles in the U.S. are affected. And the recall number for people who own those vehicles is called 73C. So unfortunately, a fix isn't available right now. So if you're a customer of Stellantis and you've got questions, you should give them a call at 1-800-853-1403. Of course, once the fix is available, customers will have their vehicles fixed and updated free of charge. All right, and one last one, just because I can. For all you local people out there in SoCal, especially Orange County, the St. Bonaventure Parish Festival is coming up on October 10th, 11th, and 12th in Huntington Beach, California. It's our 59th annual, so I said I would plug it on the show. We'll have all sorts of food booths and rides. Unlimited ride wristbands are $45 pre-sale and $55 at the event. You can go to stbonaventure.org if you want to find out more information. And if you happen to be there on Sunday, come by the Italian sausage booth where yours truly will be slinging some Italian sausage for you guys. Hot, not, and brought. So hopefully some of you will come by and say hi. And for anybody who comes up to the booth and says, hey, Holman, mounted parameters. I may have some stickers on me that I'll sling your way with your Italian sausage. So come on down, support a good cause, and support our parish at St. Bonaventure. All All right, before we go, don't forget to follow us at Truck Show Podcast or at Sean P. Holman, or email us, truckshowpodcast@gmail.com. And we have to thank our sponsors, Amsoil, amsoil.com, kershaw.kaiusa.com, or OVRMag, ovrmag.com. Thanks for making the Truck Show Podcast possible. All right, and sorry about the quick news episode, but it's been a slow news week, and it's okay because I've got a plane to catch, heading off to Michigan to go bring home my new 392. So it's been fun. Let's do this again real soon.
The Truck Show Podcast is a production of Truck Famous LLC. This podcast was created by Sean Holman and Jay Tillis, hosted by Sean Holman, and uses production elements by DJ Omar Khan and Jay Tillis. If you like what you've heard, please open your Apple Podcast or Spotify app and leave us a 5-star review. And if you're a fan, there's no better way to support the show than by sharing it and patronizing our sponsors. Some vehicles may have been harmed during the making of this podcast.